Well, good morning, good afternoon to all of you, wherever you may be. My name is Bobby Smith. I am a Vice President for Powur, and we are excited to have all of you on the webinar today. Joining me will be Charles Thompson, one of our leading advisors in the world and an expert from the solar and renewable energy field. So we welcome you onto the webinar today. We appreciate you being here. Our goal is to give you enough information to make an informed decision today and register to be an advocate or an advisor with our company today. So let's begin. So folks, our company, Powur, is a public benefit corporation. We raised millions of dollars, and our goal was to move forward the adoption of solar and renewable energy to significantly impact our world, create a better world for our children and our grandchildren, and create an extraordinary entrepreneurial opportunity or career path for those that are seeking one. If you look at the industry of energy today, the challenge with the energy industry, the past, what we've grown up being used to, is dirty energy. And we took it for granted. You flip on a light, you cook some dinner, you do the things that you're doing, you get in your car. But, you know, the world has shifted. We've gotten more educated. We've learned more, social media. So there's more information at our fingertips. And now there's a whole new understanding of exactly what we've been doing to our planet, what we've been doing to food sources and to the air that we breathe. I mean, our atmosphere holds all of this pollution that we're sending into the environment every day. And this is, as a species, what we're breathing. And we know it's going to get worse for our children and our grandchildren. So if you're a believer in a better, cleaner world for future generations, then you're in the right place. If you also look at things from a purely simple economic perspective, you're in the right place. Dirty energy is expensive, and the costs are going up. We'll talk about locking in your electric costs because right now they go up nationally 4 to 6% every year wherever you may live. And some of you from Florida to California to Puerto Rico have experienced approved increases of 25 to 27 to 30% this year alone. It's expensive. It's dirty. It will run out. And there is no longer any reason in our society to be dependent upon dirty energy companies and allowing a few of the wealthiest families in the world to continue to profit from the mistakes that we're making as a species. So if you look at the energy industry and you look at the challenges of what's been going on so far, folks, this is where it gets really simple. We're going to keep this really simple today. We know that there's 100 million people in the United States alone that can go solar without spending any money. What has prevented the solar industry from growing the way it should? It's simply been a lack of education. America didn't know. It's simply been a lack of trust. They didn't know who to talk to. The cost of solar, there's confusion and myths out there in the marketplace, which we'll discuss. But here's where the rubber meets the road. You have a product that 100 million people should have, right? You ever watch Shark Tank? Are you solving a need? Yes. Do you have a product that everybody needs? Yes, 100 million people. So why is it that less than 3% of America, and we'll talk about the world, has gone solar when we know it's the right thing for every single person to do? Now, maybe they were waiting for the prices to come down, right? Maybe they were waiting for the warranties to go up. Maybe they were waiting for government tax credits. Maybe they were waiting for energy credits. Maybe they were waiting for all that. Well, that time has come and passed. Everything is in place for people to go solar. Right now is the time for everyone to go solar, but there's a challenge in the marketplace, and that's why the largest solar companies in the world have filed for bankruptcy or are hemorrhaging capital. But there is a solution. There is a better way. And that better way is what we've watched happening throughout our society. You know, no one knew that a young man with an algorithm on his dorm room would change the way that the world communicates. And no one would have ever predicted, including Mark Cuban when he passed, that Uber would change the entire transportation industry in a matter of years. And no one could have predicted that the Airbnb would rent more rooms than any hotel chain in the world. We couldn't have seen that coming. And these companies continue to change the way that we're living. So if you look at Airbnb and Uber succinctly and clearly, what are they? They're a platform. They're a platform that connects a consumer that wants a better experience and a better deal to an entrepreneur that has one. And just like with Powur today, that entrepreneur will have to spend money. They always do. They'll change their tires and they'll change their oil. They'll fill up with gas. They'll maintain insurance. They'll landscape their lawn. They'll have their homes clean because they've got to get better reviews so that they can get more business. But make no mistake about it. And these aren't the only companies. We watched Amazon destroying the retail industry. Facebook changed the way the world communicates. But Airbnb and Uber are perfect examples of the solution to the solar industry. And our company, Powur, is going to fundamentally change the way that people are introduced to solar and solve the biggest problem out there, the cost of acquisition of a customer. It truly is that simple. So as we look at the solar industry, as we look at moving forward in solar, as we look at what Powur is about to do, if we can go to the next slide, if you look at our company and where we're heading and how we're going to change the entire industry, that is what our company is going to do. These companies have shown us the way. So everything is on stage. The stage has been set. Again, our company's invested millions of dollars. We built the platform. We are in a perfect position. And America just needs to understand solar from our army of entrepreneurs. And with that, I want to introduce you to a gentleman who's leading the charge for Powur. He is our top representative in the world. He comes from an extraordinary background in the energy and solar world, understands where it is, understands what the challenges were, and when he heard about Powur, got involved on a part-time basis, slowly replaced 6 figures of his total income on a part-time basis, and is now working Powur on a full-time basis. I want to turn this over to our leader out in the field, Mr. Charles Thompson. Charles, you there?
Yes, sir, Bobby. Thank you very much for those kind words. It's always an honor to be working with you hand in hand. I'm truly blessed to be on this webinar with you today. You know, as you said, you're absolutely correct. Not only was I waiting, I was looking for something to come along. And when Powur did, I realized that it is exactly what this industry needs. It's never been a question about the value proposition for solar. I mean, look at the value proposition. A customer saves money every single month. So immediately there's a savings that goes into their pocket. They increase the value of their home, sometimes more than the value of the system itself. Ultimately, they own their own energy facility, a power plant that's on their roof. So they take control. They have that independence, if you will. The cost of energy is then fixed. And at some point, it's zero. When they take complete ownership of the system, they have no cost for that energy that's being produced. And the icing on the cake is they reduce pollution. By taking the carbon emissions away, we help the planet, we help the environment. I don't know of a better value proposition than what solar brings to the market today. So it's never been about that. What it's been about education. And what we've been able to do is create a platform. You know, Bobby spoke about Uber and Airbnb. Matching someone up with someone who needs and someone who has. And in this case, matching someone up who has a need to reduce the cost of their energy with a local, best-in-class, local regional provider who can provide them with that solution. So much like what Airbnb has done is they've revolutionized the industry. Uber's revolutionized the transportation industry. We will revolutionize the energy industry as it's known today, matching up homeowners and business owners with the best-in-class local and regional providers. That addresses a solution, and it addresses the solution in 41 of the 50 states, Canada, Puerto Rico, and Australia. But then you have to address the education, and this is where I put all the chips in. When I realized that we as a company can address the solution through two pathways. The first is the pathway of an advocate who can refer solar prospect, doesn't have to have any skills necessary whatsoever. It can be from a homemaker to a college professor, I mean, anywhere and everywhere in between, can earn up to $45 per appointment that they refer into the platform, earn an average of $500 when the customer that they have referred go solar. 50% of that pay to permitting, which can be in a matter of a couple of weeks that the first check is received, over $250, and 50% paid at installation. There is not a solar provider in the United States of America or the markets we serve that has this value proposition, has this type of career pathway in the industry. Then we look at pathway number 2, the advisor pathway. The advisor can do all of the very same things that an advocate can do. They can refer solar, get paid at permitting, and install, can also earn an average of $2,000 per installation as they move into the consultant ranks to actually sell solar, if that's what they desire to do. But this is the thing. They have the ability to build a team and earn unlimited passive income. If you look at Keller Williams as an example, Aflac, many of the major brands who have become international best in category. Keller Williams allows an agent to come into a company and sell real estate. They also allow an agent to come into the company and mentor others. Powur allows our advisors to sell or refer solar and build a team of people to do the same, creating an opportunity for a virtually unlimited pathway of passive income. With that said, that's the general approach of what we do as a company. Mr. Smith, I would like you, sir, to take us home and let us know where that opportunity can really go.
Thank you, Charles. So again, folks, if we're recapping simply, folks, there's no one in the world doing what we're doing. There's no one in the world that has ever done what we're doing right now. We have built a platform to change the way that solar moves in the United States and around the world. More and more, this is something that's needed. There's more and more people looking for a career path. There's more and more people looking for a business of meaning, that they can leave a legacy, that their children will be proud of them for what they've done. And this is the greatest shift of wealth in the history of mankind. It has never happened before. It will never happen again. So this is an entrepreneurial question. We're here for you to take action today. Get started as an advocate today for $99. Get on the phone with the person that brought you on this webinar and show them how you can position yourself to earn $2,000 a sale in solar, or simply refer and make a living. If you truly want to soar, if you truly want to take advantage of the maximum opportunity and power, and you truly want to build a team, and that's where you want to go, then truly the sky is the limit. You can change the world. If you want to make a living in real estate, you can sell for Keller Williams. If you want to make a fortune in the real estate industry, then you can build a team. And at Powur, you'll get our training, you'll get our support, you'll get our academy, you get everything you need to work from the comfort of your home. At the end of the day, this is simply an entrepreneurial decision. What do you see for you? What do you see for your life? What do you want? Most people, many people, from baby boomers to millennials to everyone in the world, is looking for a better way. They're tired of fighting traffic and having a boss and submitting themselves to the whims of corporate America. They want a better way. And if you want that better way, this is simply an entrepreneurial question. It's never happened before. It's never going to happen again. Look at the market share. Look at our positioning. We've built this. It's working. We've signed 1,000 contracts already. We are dialed in. Today, what this webinar is about is we are looking for the people that want to override the cities, override the states. Imagine getting paid every time a panel goes up in your city or your state for the rest of time. The next time you get on an airplane going up or coming down, look down. That is your market. There are no limits in the United States, Canada, or Australia. You can build a team anywhere around the world. If you've never sold anything, we're not selling anything. If you've never done anything like this before, that's okay. That's where greatness is born. So we urge you to get on the phone with the person that brought you on this webinar, get your questions answered, and enroll today in Powur. The reality is that everyone you know is going to hear about this. On Facebook, on social media, on LinkedIn, at the beach, and in church. The question that could change your life today is, will they hear it from you, or will you wait and they hear it from someone else? For Charles, myself, our executive team, all our leaders on the line today, we appreciate you. We value you. Have a great weekend and join Powur today and become part of the solution for not only solar, but renewable energy, the greatest shift of wealth, and perhaps the most important one in the history of mankind. Thank you.